Volume, turn that down here, and we are live indeed. Miguel Rodriguez here for the Bakersfield Gentlemen. Frankie over there also for the Bakersfield Gentlemen. My drinks here also for the Bakersfield Gentlemen. And these cigars, guess what? They're for the Bakersfield Gentlemen.
What it sounds like to me.
What? What a day. I can actually see again, which is nice. I can see clearly now that the
Heat is on for right now.
I was gonna say the dilating has gone down, and for some reason there's still volume on my phone. There we go. That's better. Amy, Mike, how you guys doing? Thank you so much for joining, and anyone else out there watching, do me a favor, like this video. Tim, how you doing? Share this video. Put it in your stories. Do me whatever solid you can. I'd really appreciate it. Frankie, thank you for watching. Although I know you pretty much always watch. There's a reason for that. I am going to start today's lineup with this Buckshot energy drink a buddy of mine at work gave me, and then I will run that down with some 0-calorie replenished zero from Select 7, which is just a 7-Eleven brand. Blue raspberry. Let's see if it's any good, guys. Let's see if this is everything I've ever wanted and more. Hawk, Greg, how you guys doing? There's two different people, by the way. Lee, how you doing? Good to see you. For those wondering, what are we smoking today, Frankie? What is on the docket?
Well, I'm going to do some sharing real quick, so you want to talk a little bit, and then I'll get into what we're smoking and why.
I can do that. I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick. And I myself am going to be smoking the Boulevard. This is the Robusto size, right? Or this is Petite Corona? This is a Robusto. Yeah, this is a traditional Cuban Robusto. And that is the Cuban Boulevard. This is not the U.S. release. So I am feeling very fancy tonight. And there's good reason why I am smoking this. But before I go into that, Frankie is having the Mr. Red from Sinistro.
Oh, you can tell them what I'm smoking. Yeah, that's what I meant to.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I thought you wanted me to go in where we're smoking.
I think if you want to go ahead and start talking, I'll tell them what we're smoking after I get done sharing.
Oh, I thought you said to talk about it while so you can use
it. You, bro.
Guys, it's been a very long day for Miguel, okay? I've been putting in the work. I've been putting in the hours. Been putting in the days.
You didn't put in the work. Nobody asked you to put in that.
Yeah. That's all the work I do is work that no one else wants to do, okay? I'm working so hard. It's like I've had 4 days in the past couple hours alone, okay? Actually, there's one guy who tried to make that like his stick. You know those like do more guru guys? And like I had 4 days to do already. The first 6 hours, that was one day. The next 6 hours, that was another day. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? By the end of the month, I had like 6 years. It's crazy. Like, I've been working so hard that I'm actually about 200 years old. I was there for the signing of the Magna Carta, guys. Apparently, that's how hard some people work. So I want to catch up to that level. Richard, how you doing, brother? Great to see you. Great to see all of you. I will hope you will do me a favor and share this video as Frankie does his sharing as well. And I can also do a little sharing myself, at least a little bit. Frank, Athena, Zoran, Tom, and Telepe, thank you guys for joining us. I appreciate you watching from wherever you may be watching from, wherever you might be doing. I hope you're enjoying the cigar, but if you're not, why not? Okay, why deprive yourself of such a wonderful blessing of the world? I was at the eye doctor today, which is why the eyes were dilated. It's not because I do other things that I shouldn't do. But they were giving me the questionnaires, right? Because it was the first time ever going to that place. Right. Like, oh, here's your blood pressure. Do you have any history of mental illness? Like, well, my sister's a Democrat. Anyway, oh God, that was bad. And they asked, are you a smoker? And Kaiser already asked me those questions. They do the pre-checkup, after you sign up. And I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't smoke anything else, but I do other than cigars, and I do that pretty regular. But that's not really a box you can check off on these things. And like, oh no, your categories here say you're scheduled for a stop addiction class. I was like, wait, what? Like, yeah, they want you to stop smoking. I'm like, well, that's not gonna happen. So you could jot that down for them. Like, oh, it's not me, it's the system. Like, lady, jot it down for them. Let them know I'm not gonna stop smoking. Let them know that I am so free that I'm the one who rings, okay? Not the one who knocks. I ring because freedom rings. Muhammad, Stacy, Kelly, Saeed, Peter, John, Lovely, and Jahanajo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but correct me if I'm wrong. And Wayne, how you guys doing? Richard, cigars and cloves for him. Why quit? Why quit now? Why give up when you're ahead? All right.
Nobody loves a quitter.
No one loves a quit. No one remembers a quit. Okay.
Right.
If Brad Pitt was here in full Greek outfit, he would tell you it's not whether they're gonna remember your name. So let's get it going. Go ahead and go into your cigar, please.
All right, guys. So, like Miguel said, he is smoking a Cuban Boulevard, and today I am smoking the Sneesho Mr. Red. And there's actually a good reason. I'm moving Mike a little bit closer. Why I chose these cigars today. We were driving in the car, and Miguel was like, "Man, we don't have anything to talk about today." I was like, "Actually, we do." So these cigars are very different in complexity, in flavor profile, in DNA, in rolling methods, and size, shape, every possible way other than they're made of tobacco. They're basically different. And so that brings me to my question today, you guys, that I posed to you watching. Do you prefer a cigar like Miguel's that is all one country blend, all Cuban, all Dominican, all Nicaraguan, all Honduran, all Salvadorian, all USA tobacco, and only that, or all Mexican tobacco like the 1910s? Or do you prefer a cigar that has mixed fill, binder, and wrapper, like my cigar? My cigar uses a lot of Nicaraguan tobacco, but also uses Dominican tobacco as well. There's a lot of pros and cons to both. I smoke both, and I was starting to think, do I prefer one that's all one blend or not all one blend from one country? So, guys, think about it for a second, and what do you think you prefer? I mean, you might have a cigar that's a go-to that you never knew was all one country. You just like the way it tastes, or you might have a cigar that you absolutely love that you didn't know had some Salvadorian tobacco or Honduran tobacco in it.
That is it's a very difficult question for me because there are some days where guess what? This is exactly what I want and nothing beats it in that moment, And you all heard my opinion on Cuban cigars. I don't think they're number one.
No.
But guess what? In those moments when they are, they absolutely are. Mela, Cheyenne, Elwin, Cheryl, Sweta, Keith, NJ, Gaston, Evita, Shay Carroll, John, Arthur, Randy, Helen, Wayne. Thank you guys for joining us. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Richard says, I prefer them all. I prefer to try them all. Might as well find your new favorite. I love that.
No,
that
absolutely. That's why I posed a question. There are some people that I'll take Mel for example. I only really ever see her smoke the high-end Fuentes.
And you know what? When you're used to driving a Ferrari, it's hard to get behind a Pontiac. All right, I get that. That's kind of her reasoning behind it too. Like she's so used to these more decadent things that rustic is not her style. And I think it's a disservice to yourself. But if that is your flavor profile, that's your flavor profile. I would disagree personally. Do you think the same?
Yes. Now, Paul says he enjoys complexity. Must be sick because he agrees with Miguel on the Cubans. Now, it's not a hidden fact. Cuban cigars have declined in what do you call it?
Quality.
Quality. Thank you so much. I don't know why that.
Not so much maybe in quality control. Because if you get if you get a good Cuban, it is still phenomenal.
Sure, but how many you get out of a box?
That's the quality control part right there.
So Cubans there, Miguel might be able to touch on this a bit better because he comes from an agricultural background. They are overusing their soil and not letting it replenish itself with nutrients, which is reflected in the poor quality of the tobacco.
You're absolutely right. Let me hit that point right now. Ramon Smith, Marquez, Robert Misty, Yankov, Melissa, Galina, Denise, got you guys. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. Robert, thank you so much for commenting. And Tom over on YouTube, if you guys prefer, you can watch on YouTube. No problem there, but there's a little bit of a delay. Lorenzo, how you doing, brother? I can smoke with a king or I can smoke with a peasant. Doesn't matter to me, usually with the peasant. That's more my speed, just because I am one. I consider myself working poor, which is what they told me I am. So I'm good with that. But I still,
working poor. I was like, you want to get there? And I was like,
oh shit, man, okay. I'm working about that. Up here, king, working poor king. T-shirts are gonna say that. I still think that's a badass name for a cigar.
Anyways,
working poor kings. Tell me that's not a good name.
Real quick with Paul, quality, consistency, value, desirability. Lots of things Cubans are missing on. I will say though, I still desire them, and what I mean by that is, I want a Monte Cristo number 2, like I had when we did the rap party for Night Mistress.
It's phenomenal.
Back then they were fantastic. I want a Monte Cristo Open Regatta or Open Eagle. Those were some of my favorites right there. The Open series, especially the Regatta and the Eagle, two of my favorites.
This right here is one of my very favorites.
Yeah, that was actually the first Cuban I remember having was a Boulevard number 2. And then the number 2s are the torpedo sizes. If you guys don't know that, that's the one really good thing that Cuba gives us. It's a uniformed, numbered Vitola scale. So a Robusto here is going to be the same as a Robusto at Monte Cristo, at the Cohiba, at Partagas, at Boulevard, wherever it is, it's going to be the same. They can all follow the numbers. The number 2 is always going to be number 2, the same size, same shape, everything. I love that. I wish people stuck to that.
I agree. I definitely agree with that. I think it would just be so helpful. Merci, how you doing, Patrick? Good to see you. What do you call it? Work you pour with your own cigar brand. Working poor is not a bad way to live. I'm telling you right now. If you're always working, you're never actually poor. You're just pretty rich, right?
Yeah.
That's how I feel every day.
I can't see Dennis's comment.
Let me get that up screen real quick. I'm gonna rewind a little bit here. And then first, before, got Scott over there too. How you doing, brother?
Scott, what's up, bro?
And that is not Dennis. That is Denise.
Oh, Denise. I'm sorry.
Denise, you're not poor. You're financially challenged. That is a great way to look at it.
But
it is the American curse.
I identify as rich, so that should count for something.
That's the American curse right there. There's no poor people. There's just temporarily embarrassed millionaires. That's okay. That is okay with me. Vivian, Derek, Nicole, Patrick, April, Sopham, Vivian, Dawn, Linda, and Debbie. Thank you guys for joining us. I appreciate y'all watching with us. Wherever you might be watching from, drop it in the comments. I'd really appreciate that.
Yes, please let us know what you're smoking, or if you're enjoying a libation, let us know also in the comments whether you are on YouTube or Facebook. We'd love to know. And getting back to the topic, I think I prefer cigars that come with a mix of tobaccos from different countries. I'll give you a good example. Casa 1910 came out 3 years ago, I want to say. 3 years ago?
I think you're right, yeah.
With their Casa 1910 Orange Band, all Mexican tobacco. Absolutely phenomenal cigar. It blew my socks off. I fell in love with that cigar from day one. We partnered with them for a while, and we did a lot of photo shoots for them and stuff, and I absolutely love that 1910 with the Orange Band. That was the all Mexican tobacco. Awesome. Got to get out there, go Longhorns.
Hudson Horror tomorrow. Nice.
And then Houston Horror. Oh, I'm so bummed we're gonna miss that. But the following year they came out with the next Casa 1910 Green Band, which has Nicaraguan tobacco in it with the Mexican tobacco, and that was, I'm sorry to say, but that was even better. I much preferred it. It had more complexity, more depth, more spice, which I loved. It was a bit heavier. Absolutely fantastic cigar.
Yeah, it truly was. They're both great. They're both great, but I think it does have a little edge to it. This can come anytime, and I will show you around. Denise, thank you so much. I'd appreciate that.
Absolutely. I got to get out there. I want to see a Longhorns game. I'm a big Longhorns fan. I have been since Vince Young rubbed it in Matt Leinert's face that he should have gotten the Heisman that year.
Ooh,
absolutely fantastic. Unfortunately, didn't really pan out for me. Didn't really do that great come NFL, but still awesome. Also, like the basketball team, Kevin Durant, awesome player from Texas.
Yeah, he's all right. Ren, Laura, Camille, Ruth, Kayla, Dragana, fucking awesome name. Kano, Sylvia, Tim, Young Money, Hannah, T.I. or Ty. Young Money, I love that name.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of Beer Money Inc.
Mm-hmm.
Or in a more deep cut, if you watch the show, Boot Money.
Boot Money.
That's the name of a cigar right there too. Boot Money Inc.
Yep.
Right there. Friggin', we gotta drop that $3 cigar.
Seriously.
Like what's his name was talking about for forever.
Yeah.
Or was it called $2 a day? From a company with Riste. They were doing, it was $50. You get 25 cigars,
something like
$2 a day. So you got your month pretty much taken care of.
Yeah.
You might miss one day here and there, but we can't always smoke a cigar every single day.
Peter, how you doing? Peter, you guys should have got a package from us by now. Let me know if you got it or not.
If not, it's gonna be again. Then don't worry. Don't stress. Sally, Kaneko, Kansas City is always open.
Whoa,
if you do not want to see the Chiefs, we'll come in a couple of years.
Sorry, Peter. Hope everything's okay. let us know if everything's all
Jesus,
right.
yeah. Keep us posted, please. This goes out to Paul and pretty much everybody out there. Miguel's looking to expand horizons, right? End of January or end of March, depending on finances. I want to get out there more. And if you got a couch I can crash on and a lounge that people need something to work at for a couple of days, maybe a week or two, I want to check it out. I want to be there. I want to put in the time, the effort. I want to make it so much that maybe I stay there forever. I want to check out as many places as possible. I have a list of ones I would like to hit up already.
Yeah.
But it was a daydream that I can't get out of my head, and I think it just needs to become a reality. And if I could get some backup on that, I would love it. If not, you're just gonna see me wander into your town one day, and we'll smoke cigars and have some libations with it.
Well, Peter, I hope she starts feeling better. Hope everything's okay. Nothing too serious.
Keep her in our prayers,
I'm
brother.
glad you
100%. Yeah, 100%. Denise, I got a couch you can sleep on, and there are tons of lounges in Austin. That is true, and I appreciate that. Couch is all I need. I don't need anything bigger than a couch. Team USA basketball had a tough game. I didn't watch.
They had a tough game, but they came from behind and they won. So they will play host country France in the gold medal game on Saturday. And an update:
gotta be France.
the U.S. is 1-up on gold medals to China right now. Going into the last couple days, it ends on Sunday, the closing ceremonies.
I feel like it just started.
2 weeks, yeah, 2 weeks.
Goes by so quick.
But we are, I think, 30 medals ahead of the next country.
Collectively, that is gold, silver, bronze, tin, if you count those ones, which you don't because they're not real. Tom, hope your wife is doing absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Prayers out to Tom or to Peter's wife.
Yeah, you know what bummed me out though? I was watching the 80 kilogram boxing weight class, and no Americans in the finals or the semifinals.
Bro, we're not going to be topping any sports after the next 2 Olympics, and we're done. I'm telling you right now. 2 Olympics, and we're done.
Swimming, track and field.
Nope.
Women's soccer, women's basketball, men's basketball.
Nope.
Well, not 3-on-3 basketball, but 5-on-5.
Definitely not.
We still hold an edge.
They don't want it enough. What is the dude's name? Djokovic?
Yeah.
Djokovic. Who's he playing for?
Serbia. We just
Serbia
beat them today.
Yeah. Wait another couple years, and there'll be more players like him coming out of there. Just like the UFC, just like boxing, just like soccer, which we never really got anyway, so don't worry about that. It's all gonna go downhill. U.S. sports are not gonna be what they used to be.
Paul, that's a very good point. That's the point that I made to Miguel the other day, or to Miguel, no, to Jeremy. We had at least 100 more athletes than any other country. I think France was in second place, so we should have a ton of medals. And right now, I think it's 1 in every 3 Olympians on the United States has medals.
Mastermind Resilience, Trina, Young, Lee, Sandra, Sally. Hope you guys are all having a great night. Kayla, what do you call it? I will absolutely let you know. And Paul, that's a great name for it. Lounge Impossible. I was just gonna call it
gymnastics as well. I forgot about gymnastics as well.
No, we still are very dominant in certain sports, but you're talking 4 to 8 years, like I'm saying, maybe 12. You're gonna start seeing a big slip. You could throw as many nets out there as you want. If you're not casting in the right area, you're gonna catch nothing. Okay.
I will disagree with you heavily on basketball because you might have a Jovic or what was it? Rudy Gobert, I think, was playing for another team. I forget what country. Or like the Gasol brothers played for Spain at the same time. But when you have superstars that are coming up every year in the U.S., it's not
I don't call them superstar. They're not superstars anymore. You got a bunch of LeBron James sons coming up. You have the ball kids. Okay, those are the superstars.
We need what the heck is his name? Newman.
JC Newman? No, they do cigars, bro.
I forget his name, but he's a kid. He was like super popular when he was younger, and then he got in high school, and he was like a really good dribbler and stuff. But now he's doing the same shit, and he's like gonna be 30, and he's like, "Oh, who dribbles the ball in the airport like me? Who can guard me in the airport?" And makes all these stupid. He's like, "Bro, you're playing still in a high school gymnasium. Give it up."
What, does it make money?
I don't know.
Maybe like YouTube views. If he's just doing it for that.
No, because last video I think he posted on TikTok, he got like 1,000 views. That was it. And I mean that's nothing.
Oh, that's yeah. Oh, that sucks.
And most of the comments are people talking shit. I mean, every comment helps, sure,
No, that's
Yeah.
sad. Well, I hope he's at least enjoying it. So it's like the movie Idiocracy. We're not dumbing down our nation. We will be gold medalists in couch potatoes, and we'll count on esport medal. Actually, that's not a bad call. I mean, if we can get paintball in there,
Awesome.
I mean, next Olympics they'll have dance. So
Interpretive?
hip hop.
Really?
They're gonna stomp the
Someone to
yard.
get served?
Countries are gonna be served. If we could have just got Ukraine and Russia,
Volleyball and water polo. Two other sports we're good at.
give it time. I'm telling you, just give it time. What up, Archie? How you doing, brother? John, Virginia Day. How you guys doing? Waiting for cyborgs to start competing in the competitions. Cyborgs versus like the
Robots
top
versus
athletes.
wrestlers.
Oh, now you're talking my language.
Wrestling we're decent at. I don't think we medaled at all this year in wrestling though.
No, what's his name? Cormier was talking about when he was wrestling that there are other countries that are already doing better. They want it more, and it's not that there's no passion in U.S. sports. It's just that they need it.
Not only that is they were talking on sports radio this morning, but there's other countries that are really really good at one sport.
Just
and
go
their
for
athletes dedicate all the time to that sport, and they get money for it. Whereas you might have an Olympic shot putter who also has to work. He said like an auto parts store. Like nothing wrong with that, but he should be focusing on the shot put 4 years in a row.
He should be able to.
Yeah.
Like this doesn't correlate quite as well because I think it's not the same. But there's a lot of teachers out there who will have to like take on supplemental incomes to continue to teach, and they should just be focusing on kids and teaching kids.
WNBA women were playing here
and playing in
the
Europe.
And playing in Europe so they can make ends meet, which I think is kind of sad. But at the same time, you got to bring in money to make money.
I was gonna say sports and that's why it's not a good equivalency because teaching we have to have teachers. We don't have to have sports entertainment.
Yeah, we do.
We don't. It's not a necessity.
Yes, it is.
You do not need to have football.
Yeah.
You need to have teachers. I'm sorry. It's just the truth. Truth stings. Okay. But back to the comments real quick. When hot dog eating going to be in the Olympics, I will. I've been saying this, and I'm almost there. When I get to my goal weight, I'm gonna start doing some competitive eating challenges. I'm gonna do some. What do you call it?
You think if they did the Olympic competitive eating, you think they would allow Joey Chestnut back in then? Because that's the IOC, not the whatever governing body does the Nathan's one.
He's just banned from the Nathan's thing, so he would be fine. Yeah, he would eat all the whatever hot dogs they would allow in the Olympics. I don't know.
It's not worst.
Not worst. It's called Oswurst.
Oswurst.
Look at the Turkish shooter. That man is in his braid. Yeah, my God, he was. Juan, Ryan, Arnett. How you guys doing? Rich, I don't know if I said this or not, but hello. Making sure I said hello to you, brother. Again, I'm not saying that the U.S. sports are bad. I'm just saying that what made boxers great, what made Mike Tyson great, was necessity, as well as the training.
Well,
it's all comfortable now. It's not the same. Like look at any sporting friggin' thing, any sporting movie ever. Oh, they got soft because they got to the top, and now they're coasting down. Joe Rogan's quote about hard times make hard men, hard men make easy time make easy men, easy men make hard times.
Yeah, I just didn't say that.
We're in a easy time gonna turn into hard time soon, and honestly, nothing wrong with that. That's kind of the end goal of trying to make things better. I don't know why we're always complaining like, oh my gosh, America has gotten so fat. Well, yeah, because everyone can have food now. There shouldn't be anyone in the country who's starving.
Right.
Oh man, everyone can sit at their computers all day long. Everyone has access to the internet at any time they want.
Right in your pocket.
Yeah, you have more information. Oh my gosh, it blows my mind what we complain about. And how much we could use it for. We could be doing better, obviously. We could be doing a lot better with what we have. Take over.
How's the Boulevard smoking?
You have no idea how good it is right now. This might be the best Boulevard I had since pre-COVID.
It has been aging for quite a while.
We've left it in there. It's been sitting. It had a little bit of crack on the wrapper. That's just because it's a delicate wrapper.
I think that was my fault because so the way we keep the cigars in the show, Coolador, is if any of our sponsors or anybody sends us boxes, I put those, at the bottom for a nice stable shelf, and then I'll separate them into like gallon size or Bovitas, the big Bovita sized bags, and then those I'm moving around and reorganizing, going through, refilling, taking out, putting in. So they kind of get banged up on the ends a bit. So that could be my fault. A little bit of rough handling.
You know what though? You shouldn't have to. What's the word I'm looking for? You don't have to baby your cigars. If there's a little chip at the foot of you're gonna burn it. You don't panic. All right, just relax. Make sure humidification's good. Make sure it's not sweating in there because it's so hot or it's too cold. Which I don't think the cold is as big a deal, right? It's more heat that's the problem because heat will lead to molding,
dryness,
or reviving any kind of like beetles if there is. Which is you probably don't have to worry about, but don't sit on it if you see something wrong.
See something, say something.
And by say something, say it to yourself to fix the problem.
Yeah.
Ever heard of slam ball? I think I have heard of slam ball. I just don't know if I have the right thing in my mind right now. Maybe we'll figure that out. But Miguel is going to drink this, and then we can go into a little bit of another topic here, and that is the competition. Because I believe today, if I remember, we're a week in. I am down to average out all my weights. I'm at 161.5.
Nice.
So that's 4.5 pounds down.
Nice.
And that's not just like the water weight dropping. That is average of everything going in. So I like that. And then thanks to my buddy over at ABM, Taylor, happy birthday, because it was his birthday yesterday. He's like, you got to try this. Because he's also been trying to convince me to go to this gym he goes to, but super far away. I don't want to do that. It's time to try this Buckshot energy drink. See what happens here. Oh, God.
Now, Archie, is that the value of the precious metal it's made of, or is that the value of it at an auction? I'd like to know if you have that information.
By weight, I'm assuming.
That's what I'm thinking too. Yeah, slam ball, it's basketball and trampoline.
Okay, then yes, I am thinking of that. I think that would be ridiculously fun to watch. I don't understand how slap contests have gotten more attention than something like that. Or
watching another dude slap that shit out of another dude is hilarious.
It's very entertaining.
I mean, pretty soon we'll have Kajitsu. Kajitsu is one of the fastest growing sports in the world.
Okay.
It ranks supreme over pickleball, in case anybody's wondering. And the closest sport I've ever seen to it is photo booth jitsu or telephone jitsu.
Telephone booth.
Mm-hmm.
Telephone booth roulette. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
The medal itself. Okay.
Yeah, I figured as much. That's crazy. Did you hear CJ Baxter is done for the season? The season hasn't even started. Damn. What happened there?
No, I did not.
I gotta say,
and also, I don't know if I'm a fan of the new kickoff rule in the NFL.
Not at all.
They said they took it basically from the XFL to reduce injury, which I guess because instead of a guy running at you full speed for 30 yards,
slowing down
running at you about 10 to 20 yards.
That's safer.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I just don't know how I feel about it. I got to see it more. If it leads to more returns for touchdowns, that's cool. But yeah, I got to see it. They showed it when they had the Texans play the Bears, and it was a bit odd. It's obviously it's something you have to get used to after being traditional kickoff for so long.
Yeah. I got to say though, tag a buddy who likes ridiculous sports like card-jutsu or slap fighting or arm wrestle MMA.
You know what else they should have? Oh,
real quick. Richard posed this to us, and we haven't set it up yet. The last show of this month would be the 29th, but we usually try to move that one to a Saturday, so the 31st. That's also when I want to end the Miss Smoking Hot Ash contest or Miss Smoking Hot Summer contest. What if we do a her for that one where we show these ridiculous sports?
Yeah, we do that.
We'll get some clips of them.
Yeah,
I'll get them ahead of time so we can download them. We'll do all that. Who would be down for that? Tag a buddy you think would be down for that as well. We'll try to get some of the girls to hop on the show. They don't all smoke as often as we do, so I don't know if they're going to be up for that. But I know a couple of them definitely are. We'll see who we can get. Definitely. Don't forget pillow fighting as a sport. Lauren, how you doing?
How's it going, Lauren?
Great to see you today.
The other one that I thought, because they have they usually have Taekwondo in the Olympics, and they sell boxing.
You did say Taekwondo, right? Not like some other random sport you're making up.
No,
okay,
not Mick Dojo, no.
Okay, good.
And then they had wrestling, obviously.
Yeah.
They should have that 5-on-5
fighting.
I thought that was cool.
I actually think you could make that more legitimate, I think. And they did a pretty good job.
They also have one where it's 5-on-5, but one at a time. First two guys go against each other. Whoever wins stays.
The straight line.
Yeah.
And they're in lines on each side and they meet in the middle. But you can actually push into the other side. You can't hit anyone.
Right.
And they can't hit you.
Right.
But you can push the other side of the ring. Which I don't know if there's a strategy to that, but it seemed like the one guy who almost ran through the entire other team did that and it worked out for him. Maybe it was like a mental thing.
Oh, I would love to go and see a game in 2028. Matter of fact, they had the rowing stuff in Ventura County when it was here back in, what was it, 92?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was at Lake Casitas.
Wow. It's a good spot for that.
Yeah, they had the rowing stuff up there, which I didn't get to go see because I was still pretty young. But I would love to go see. Obviously, I'd like to go see a basketball game. Tickets, I'm sure, are going to be expensive as hell.
Worth it though.
But they'll probably have it at Crypto Center.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised because
we would need to build some more stadium space, wouldn't we? Or expand.
I wouldn't be surprised because you know how they had the surfing in Tahiti this Olympics. If they had an event or two, like gymnastics at the Vegas Convention Center.
That's why they want that. What do you call it? Done, I think,
Mm-hmm.
because this way you get there in 2 hours. You get there in less than 2 hours.
Yeah,
you get there in
real.
90 minutes, I believe.
Yeah.
And then I would love to attend, but I wouldn't mind just tailgating in a couple of lounges. Like literally, take a week off of work and whatever.
Yeah.
Spend a couple of days in LA, a couple of days in Vegas, and just hit up lounges and watch with the crowds.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I want to do that's what I wanted to do for the Super Bowl. I just wanted to go and tailgate, and we didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't do that for friggin' no WrestleMania's coming back to Vegas
next year,
right? I just want to tailgate the event. I don't need to get in. I just want to watch it on a big screen with people because you know they have the satellite going, pay-per-view watch right there, or hear the crowd roaring. How much fun that would be!
Yeah.
How many indie matches you could watch if you're up for it? How many parties are gonna be? Just enjoy the spirit of everyone enjoying something.
And if not basketball, men's basketball, I'd like to go see some of the track and field stuff, like the 4x4 mixed relay.
San Diego.
Obviously all the sprints, the hurdles. I'd like to go see that stuff.
I would also like to challenge a few of them to races.
Mm-hmm.
Test my mettle against some of the Olympians.
Yeah.
With a 99% head start, not distance.
Like on
the Dictator.
The Dictator.
Pop. Yeah, wait. Would it just be LA? Or you think? I think San Diego, absolutely. I don't know about San Francisco.
San Francisco's too far away. It's like 6.5 hours away. San Diego, maybe because it's only a couple. That's why I said again, Ventura County, just a couple. Vegas, it's 4 hours away, but they want to have that high-speed rail done by then, so it'll only be a couple of hours. So that's why I think Vegas might be a possibility.
A much better possibility.
That'd be cool if they had the surfing in the Gulf of Mexico. Well, not the Gulf of Mexico. Baja California, the Gulf right there.
It gotta be in the U.S.
That's true.
That's going too far away. I hope they were not gonna go like Hawaii with it because that would kind of suck for anyone who's doing those sports.
Anybody in Tahiti wasn't going to France. So.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. And it's not like we have great surfing in California.
No, we do. But I'm just saying, like they couldn't do it in the channel, the English Channel, right there. So
yeah, go ahead, try it out. Go to Catalina Island.
There you go.
I don't know if the surfing is good there or not. I will look up best surfing spots in California.
Surfers Point.
Yeah, well, it's called that for a reason. I'm assuming. Got to be Huntington Beach or Ventura. Ventura could do it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they have the infrastructure for events like that. They did the extreme sports, or what's it called?
X Games.
X Games. Thank you. The X Games there.
So bummed I missed that too. But those tickets were crazy expensive, man.
I mean, I think Ventura doesn't get the respect it deserves for how small yet big that town is.
It's because it's sandwiched between Santa Barbara and LA. That's why.
I mean, you two didn't sing about Ventura. They sang about Santa Barbara. And you know what? I kind of get it. Santa Barbara is beautiful. It's great. But Ventura has got a different feel to it altogether. It's more laid back. It's not quite as uppity as what do you call it? As LA or as Santa Barbara. It's still a little bit of a small town feel to it. A little bit. It's kind of getting out of hand, but we're holding on. We're holding on. There's a cigar you gave me crumbled as soon as I got home. Oh no, I don't want to say which one, obvious reasons, but the other ones I cannot use. But for others, oh my gosh.
Oh, dang it.
But I have others I cannot use for the requests y'all had. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay. It's probably just dry. I can say what it was, but I won't rat them out. But
She can use, not cannot.
she can use, not cannot. Okay, there we go. No worries. There we go.
But yeah, so that'll be interesting to see the layout of where the events will be, where they're gonna put all the Olympians, obviously.
Did you hear that rumor that they made them cardboard beds?
No, I wouldn't remember. They showed it.
No, I mean but why they did it? No, so they wouldn't be having sex all the time.
Oh shit.
Well, apparently these people who train ridiculously hard for all their life and are in top physical perfection don't really get a chance to hang out like normal people.
Right.
So all of a sudden they're around other in top physical form people.
It makes sense. It's a Dempster's giant party.
Let them have fun.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to hinder that?
Yeah.
But apparently that was not the reason. It was not to cut costs, but to cut waste. Like they didn't want to build a bunch of beds that are gonna get used for 2 weeks and then throw them out. So they were trying to build something that was comfortable and economical.
And you can recycle it.
And then they could recycle it. But they realized like, okay, we went too cheap.
Yeah.
It was a good intentioned idea.
They didn't look too bad. I mean, it wasn't just like a little frame of cardboard. They had inserts in there, so it looked kind of like it was at least somewhat supportive. Plus, they had regular mattresses on it. So I don't know. I mean, obviously they're Olympians. Give them some nice stuff, but I can understand both points.
Yeah. The old crumbling cigar. Oh yeah, gets you every time. I apologize, man. Oh, we're over at Adventure Awaits. Still the best Cuban coffee in California, right there. Actually, I don't know if that's true, but the best in Kern County. I will say that. Best in the Valley. Best in the San Joaquin Valley. I will say that with
Best Cuban coffee, huh?
best Cuban coffee in the San Joaquin Valley.
So Lauren, he said you can't make coffee for shit.
She didn't even have it. We'll go into that later. What do you call it? She can make coffee as a Cuban.
That'd be a Cuban coffee.
No,
If
it
she
is not.
If she
It's
makes
not.
it, it's Cuban coffee.
No, it needs to have at least 200 milligrams of caffeine in that bad boy. That's cafecitos. Woo, delicious. Cuban sandwich over at Radio Sandwich around the corner there, which was still really good for not being a traditional one. But I still would love to have a night out, a couple of drinks, and then go have patty melt over there. Want to go support local businesses. The only Cuban place I've ever heard of since the last place closed down. Oh, that's also true.
The last one, was that the one behind 1-800-Flowers? I think they had a Cuban coffee spot back there too.
I think so, yeah. Did Bakersfield get hit with the earthquake? Yeah, we did.
I was sitting literally right here on the iPad watching YouTube, and then I felt something. I looked up, and the lights, the air filter, and the smoke filter are all shaking. I'm like, oh, it's an earthquake. That's awesome.
The smoke filter is about 500 pounds of metal and wires, and I was underneath it, looking out like, oh, I shouldn't move. Oh, I shouldn't be underneath this, probably. And I moved. I think I put the picture up yesterday on my personal. If you guys want to see, it's Instagram. Find it. But yeah, I was not very bright in that moment.
Luckily, though, we have the pool table we can get in if we needed to.
This is sturdy. I mean, it's got the marble slab.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the heavy duty oak. I think it's oak.
Yeah,
wood. It's sturdy wood. Pretty much safe. Pretty much. If not, go outside.
Yeah.
I've never understood
power line. That's why they don't want you outside.
I dodge them. I'll dodge them.
I just grab it and hold it until it's over and put it back down.
Oh, okay. I would jump in the air. So, because once you touch the ground, you're grounded, and then you get blown to bits.
Right.
Yeah. Behind the flower place. Yeah, behind the flower place. There we go. It took me to that place before it closed. Dang, that sucks. Olga, Goldleb, Dana, Nall. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Where are we at? Okay, we're good.
Okay, so we did the cigars. Miguel, you're still smoking good.
Still smoking. Excellent. I talked about starting it today, and I got recommendations for this book from two different people when I posted it, Jessica and JJ. So two very different aspects of life right there. People, I respect their opinions very much. The Four Agreements. And let me make sure I get the name of
I only did 3 of them.
the artist or the writer. Don Miguel Ruiz, writing The Four Agreements. It was a fantastic book. And 4 very simple things. Talk better about yourself in your own head. Don't take things personal when people don't. what do you call it? Always try your best in whatever you decide to do. What was the fourth? Oh my gosh, it goes into those.
Agree to the other three.
Pretty much. And they just fall. It's the simplest agreement. It's the simplest, like, live a better life without having to. What's what I'm looking for? What's the best way to describe this? It is basically your main problems stem from yourself. Oh, don't make assumptions. That was the other one. Don't make assumptions. Communication. So don't talk bad to yourself. Get people's actual views on things. Don't just assume what they're thinking. Don't take it personal when people don't like something about you, because usually it's about themselves. And just do your best. You do those four things mixed together, you're fixing 80% to 90% of your problems. And when you kind of boil them down, how he boiled it down, yeah, it makes sense.
Kind of like the art of not giving a fuck.
Basically, yeah, but a little more.
Which is the audiobook I'm listening to right now.
It's a great one. I love that book. I'm gonna give that one a second go through, because I think like it never hurts to reread a good book.
Yeah, no, I read Behold a Pale Horse like 5 times.
But you know that he backtracked on a bunch of that stuff, right?
Nope.
Before he died.
He killed him.
They technically did. He died in a police shootout. I mean, it kind of was his fault, but oh man, good stuff. The 4 agreements is a trip. My dad used to take me monthly lunches at Cuban places, but all started closing down.
I saw a person about a Cuban food truck. I'd love to see that. Because when we were in Ybor City, over in Tampa, Florida, that Cuban inspired food there was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
You should absolutely open a Cuban food truck. I would eat there every day. I love Cuban sandwiches. Oh man, Nick, how you doing, brother? Yes, we are talking books right now. The Art of Not Giving a Fuck. And why is it not showing? There we go. And the 4 agreements, 2 solid ones. I've gotten through since we started the challenge. This would be, what is it?
Book number 1 for me.
Do It Afraid. The Want Ad Killer. The 4 agreements. And what was the first one? Oh my gosh. Poverty by America. All very strong books. I am not going to lie. I wouldn't recommend Do It Afraid if you're not a little bit more religious. It was very heavy on the religious side, but I appreciated it. And Poverty in America really try to blame too much stuff on systemic problems in the U.S. I don't think it took enough personal responsibility, but at the same time, you can't deny certain facts.
Right.
So I was like, okay, if you can't listen to the opposition, why are you listening, or why are you willing to speak on it at all?
Or the art of debating. If you can't debate
from the other side,
you've already lost.
Yeah. So I'm glad I read that book, or at least listened to it. Everything I'm doing, I'm listening to.
Yeah.
I count it. Okay. I am counting it as I've absorbed it at least.
I think Nick had another comment right after Lauren. I didn't see that one.
That's a great name for a book. The Art of Not Giving a Fuck is a great one.
Yeah.
And the follow-up, Everything is Fucked, I got to read that one. This one?
Up.
How's it going?
One more.
Book. Oh, it go way far up. First time I've watched about a year, likely 2 years. You walked into a good night, all right? That's on you. You gotta hop in randomly, because we told a bunch of inside jokes that were specifically from the last 2 years. Really recapped the last year in the beginning of this show. So if you missed, you got to rewatch at least 7.5 months.
Lauren, I would also add Tampa to that. I know a lot of Cubans do go to Miami and they've located there, but Tampa, especially Ybor City, is the hub of cigars for the U.S. And there's a lot of Cuban influences out there. I mean, there's a lot of people that migrated from Cuba that were cigar rollers down there. Now they have their own shops. Like on our street where we were staying, the hotel was at, to where the event was at. We're in Tampa. Every other shop was a cigar shop, and they weren't selling. Well, they were selling a couple of the normal stuff, Fuentes, Olivas,
the staples.
Some stuff, staples. My father, but the majority, 85% of the inventory was all their own hand rolled stuff. A lot of them didn't have labels on them. They just kind of had like a little description, and that's what they were known for. So you can go into like every other shop and find a different cigar that they made themselves. They blended themselves. They rolled there to themselves. Absolutely fantastic. And a lot of Cuban style inspired restaurants. Fantastic stuff.
Absolutely phenomenal.
So I would add Ybor City, Tampa, but Ybor City to that list as well.
Ybor is so famous. I literally ran into a dude here in California with Cigar City across his chest right there. And now I'm jealous and I want that tattoo. I should have got his name. I should have got a picture because his girlfriend was also super gorgeous. And that's why I was staring at them first. I'm not going to lie. I admit it and I apologize ahead of time. But she was super pretty. And then I look over like, well, this dude's got cool tattoos. And then I see that and I'm like, I'm staring at this dude's chest. And he could have just went, my eyes are up here, bro. What are you doing? But he didn't. He was very cool about it. And we talked about cigars for a minute. And then off into the night, or into the day in this case. But the point is, Ybor City is not just a cigar mecca, but a cultural mecca. Like you are saying, like if you want to experience Cuban culture and then not go to Cuba, I guess, you can't do much better than Ybor. It is a fantastically unique area. There's parties every night, and we were there on Monday night. There was chickens running around parks. There was people
just
having
pigs too. We're not very nice chickens.
No, chickens aren't nice. There's no such thing as a nice chicken. I would love to go back. That's one of the places I would like to go visit and maybe set up roots for a while. Absolutely love that. Give me a park bench and I'll smoke cigars and do tricks on the streets for money. Wait, no, that sounds wrong.
Yeah, that sounds really wrong.
I'm talking about the Fremont style, like where you got the little street performance. That's
kind of. Kick him in the balls?
I don't think I could do that one. I would learn how to be one of those silver robots. Just the entire time.
Nice. All right, guys, that hour just flew by. Damn.
Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it there for tonight.
Yeah.
But we'll see you Monday. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Mel is going to be returning for Great American Morning for that Fuente Friday. Some guests going to be announced on Monday as well. What else? I will make a post. We'll make sure that HERF happens on the 31st. If you have not voted for the Miss Smoking Hot Summer Contest, get your votes in. They are counting on you. And I would love to see you guys participate in that, or else we can't really do any contests like that.
Yeah.
And we're getting a lot of votes already. I really appreciate that, guys. Get your butts to it. And do me a favor, tag your buddies in it as well. They deserve to see pretty girls smoking cigars. So do you. Get it happen.
Absolutely. Again, thank you to our sponsors, Apostle Cigars, Sam Cigars, Artisanal del Tobacco, Artisa Cigars, Family by Loyalty, GTO Cigars, Kiki Momo Cigars. Special thanks to Sinistro and Jason Newman. And, of course, if you guys want to try our brand, Pride Cigars, let us know. Send us a message. We'll hook that up for you guys.
Have a good one.
See you guys.